Chapter 1. What is a lemon? A lemon is American consumer slang for a vehicle with a defect the manufacturer cannot fix. Not will not fix, cannot. The RV goes in for repair, comes out supposedly fixed, and 3 weeks later the same problem returns. Or a new problem appears. Or both at once. With RVs, this is common. Slide-outs that refuse to retract, chronic water leaks, electrical systems that die at random, frame flex, delamination, problems that appear in month 2 and are still unresolved in year 2 after 5 service visits. And here's the part that surprises most owners. If that situation sounds familiar, the law is already on the owner's side. It just has to be used correctly. There are 2 layers of legal protection. One federal, one at the state level. Knowing which layer applies makes the difference between a 6-month resolution and a 2-year nightmare. But before the legal mechanics, there is one specific scenario that plays out over and over in this industry. That scenario is coming up in Chapter 5, and it changes how every RV owner should treat warranty paperwork starting today. Chapter 2. The Federal Law, Magnuson-Moss. The federal law is called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. It was passed in 1975. It applies to any consumer product sold with a written warranty, and that includes every new RV in the United States. The Warranty Act covers those protections. Here is what Magnuson-Moss does, in plain English. If a manufacturer issues a written warranty, they must honor it. If they repeatedly fail to fix a defect covered under warranty, the owner has the right to sue. And here is the detail that changes everything. If the owner wins, the manufacturer pays the attorney fees. That line is the single most important piece of information in this video. If a Magnuson-Moss case is won against an RV manufacturer, the manufacturer pays the legal bill, not the owner. That is why specialized lemon law attorneys exist. They take these cases on contingency, meaning zero upfront cost to the client. They know that if they win, the manufacturer writes 2 checks, one refund to the owner and one legal fee to the attorney. Magnuson-Moss does not guarantee a refund by itself. It grants the right to sue. The final result, refund, replacement, or cash settlement, depends on negotiation or on a court ruling. For the actual power to force a manufacturer to buy an RV back, the next layer matters, the state-level lemon laws. And this is where the situation gets complicated. Chapter 3. State lemon laws, where it gets complicated. Every state in the United States has its own lemon law. 50 states, 50 different sets of rules. Some states have aggressive lemon laws that manufacturers genuinely fear. California, New Jersey, and Ohio fall into this category. Other states, like Texas and Florida, tilt the rules in favor of the manufacturer. But here's the part that catches most recreational vehicle owners off guard. Most state lemon laws were written for cars, not for recreational vehicles. So when reviewing a state lemon law, 3 questions matter. Question 1. Does the law cover recreational vehicles at all? Some states only cover the chassis, the drivable portion of a motorhome. The house portion, the cabinets, plumbing, slide-outs, and roof is excluded. That means a slide-out that fails 15 times may not be covered by the state law. Only the federal Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act would apply. Question 2. Does the law cover towables? Travel trailers and fifth wheels have no engine and no chassis of their own. Many state lemon laws carve them out completely. Question 3. What is the time window? Most state laws only cover defects that appear in the first 12 to 24 months, or within a certain mileage. Miss the window and the state-level protection is gone. Magnuson-Moss, however, can still apply for the full warranty period. A link to a state-by-state lemon law resource is in the description below. Check the specific rules for the owner's state of registration before taking any action. The next chapter covers the 4 conditions needed to actually win a case. One of those conditions is where most claims fail before they even begin. Chapter 4. The 4 conditions to win. To win a lemon law case against an RV manufacturer, 4 things must be proven. Condition 1. The defect is substantial, not cosmetic, not a squeaky drawer. The defect must affect the use, value, or safety of the RV. A failing slide-out is substantial. A rattling cabinet door is not. A chronic water leak is substantial. A scratch in the gel coat is not. Condition 2. The The defect occurred during the warranty period. The defect must be reported while the RV is still under warranty. This is where many owners lose their claim. They notice a problem at month 10, decide to deal with it later, and by month 14 the warranty is expired and the leverage is gone. Every defect should be reported the moment it appears. Report it in writing, by email, not by phone. Condition 3. The manufacturer was given a reasonable chance to repair. This is the 3 strikes rule, though the exact number varies by state. Generally, 3 or 4 failed repair attempts for the same defect is enough. Or, and this is the rule most owners do not know about, a cumulative 30 days or more in the shop, even for different issues, can also qualify in many states. Condition 4. Records were kept. This is the condition that kills 80% of cases. An owner can have the worst RV in America, and without documentation, the case is nothing. Keep every repair order, every email, every dated photo of the problem, and every voicemail from the service manager promising a fix next week. From day 1 of ownership, documentation should be treated as part of the job. The moment a lemon law claim is filed, the manufacturer's first defense is to argue the issue was never reported, or that the RV was modified, or that the problem was caused by user error. The paper trail is the case. Chapter 5. A typical lemon law case. Here is how a typical successful case plays out. The details below reflect the pattern that repeats across hundreds of documented RV lemon law claims. An owner buys a 5th wheel from a major manufacturer. Within 3 months, the slide-out starts failing. The dealer repairs it. 2 months later, the same slide fails again. The dealer repairs it again. 2 months after that, a 3rd failure. Eventually, the floor around the slide mechanism begins to soft spot because the repeated repairs never addressed the root cause. Total time in the repair shop across 14 months was 71 days. What made this case winnable was the owner's documentation discipline. Every repair order was saved. Every email was archived. Every verbal conversation at the service desk was followed up with a confirmation email just to confirm what we discussed today. A paper trail was created out of thin air. After the 3rd failed repair, the owner contacted a lemon law attorney. Free consultation, contingency basis, 0 upfront cost. The attorney sent a formal demand letter citing both the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act and the state's specific lemon law. The manufacturer resisted for 4 months, then settled. The outcome was a full refund in the mid-5-figure range. The manufacturer took the RV back. The attorney's fees were paid separately by the manufacturer. This outcome is not unusual, not when the documentation is in place. So what should an RV owner do if this video sounds uncomfortably familiar? The next chapter covers exactly that. Chapter 6. What to do right now. 4 concrete steps in this order. Step 1. Audit all documentation today. Gather every repair order, every email with the dealer, every text message, every service appointment confirmation. Put them in a single folder. Physical or digital, it does not matter, as long as everything is together. If the records are thin, start building them now. Email the dealer about every open issue and request a written confirmation. Step 2. Get an independent inspection. An NRVI. A certified RV inspector will provide a professional, dated report documenting every defect on the RV. This typically costs a few $100s and is invaluable in a lemon law case. Third party, professional, time stamped. Step 3. Consult a lemon law attorney for free. Most lemon law attorneys specialize in exactly these cases and offer free case evaluations. A 20-minute consultation will reveal whether there is a viable case. There is no commitment. If the attorney says there is no case, nothing is lost. If the attorney says there is a case and they work on contingency, there is still nothing to lose. Step 4. Keep using the warranty. Many owners, once they start considering lemon law action, go silent and stop bringing the RV in for repairs. This is a mistake. Every reported defect and every failed repair strengthens the paper trail. Keep reporting, keep documenting, keep building the case. One important note, this video is not legal advice. Every situation depends on the specific state, the specific RV, and the specific circumstances. A licensed attorney should always be consulted before taking action. But the reason this information exists as a video is simple. Too many RV owners spend years cycling through failed repairs, believing they have no options, when an entire legal framework exists to protect them from exactly this situation. That framework exists. Now you know how it works. The next video on this channel covers extended warranty scams in the RV industry. Some of the names that come up are going to surprise you. Subscribe to catch it when it drops. Drop a comment below. Has an RV been in the shop more than 3 times for the same issue? Every comment is read. Thanks for watching.